Astrology was practically a kind of hobby for me because one of my cousins was practicing astrology. I used to sit with him, and gradually I was interested. And my grandfather also told me, all right, you can read the books, you can meet people. It is a good subject, but don't get obsessed with that. It will guide you. It is like a guidance. But you cannot take it 100% guaranteed of anything because it is reading a destiny of a man. Very difficult. So ultimately, it was so difficult. I said, okay, no problem. So I started reading books here, there, meeting people, so many people here. Then I went to college. But I was reading books, meeting different astrologers. Then I came down to Bombay. There I started doing my first year of law, second year of law. I was doing my second year of law. There was a lady teaching us international law and everything. She was a Muslim Khoja lady. And in the class, I was the youngest. So sometimes some fooling happened, then they used to punish us and send us out, like the college also. There were 75 children in the class. So anything happened, they point at me, he had done this. He made noise and everything. So one day she annoyed with me, she says she sent me out of the office, of the class. Then I was standing outside. You are most mischievous boy, sir. I never expected. Like that. Then she went away. After 1 month, this lady came to college. Means every day she was coming and giving lectures. One day she put a notice that she cannot take lecture today because she is busy. So we read the notice and said, all right, this is a free period for us. So I was sitting in my class. Some girls came and told me that lady was calling you, simply fooling around me. So I went to that chamber and met her, Mrs. McCly, her name. I says, what happened? She was sitting very grim, serious. I said, did you call me, madam? Who told you? She knew that I was being fooled by these girls. Then she told me what you can do. I said, what happened? She started suddenly crying. She says, these people have transferred me from Bombay to Rajkot. I don't want to go. My husband doesn't want me to continue at Rajkot. He wants me to resign from the job. But I am interested in teaching as a professor of law. So this is my problem. What you can do for me? As a boy, what you can do? I said, I can't do anything for you, but give me your date of birth, I asked her. She said, what, you know something? I said, let us try. I said, she gave me some birth date. So I calculated on a piece of paper. I told her, madam, your transfer will be cancelled within 24 hours. She said, what are you talking? See, in fact, the order is in front of me on my table. I have to resume within 1 week. I say, I do not know. And next, exactly within 24 hours, she got notice that the order was cancelled. So she couldn't believe it, and she took me home. And she was a student of astrology. She has a lot of books. She told me, all the books belong to you. Take whatever you want. In this way, she actually encouraged me to study astrology. Then I met a lot of people here and there. But it is a definitely interesting science, but to help people, to guide people, not to exploit anybody. Very important. In 1974, the Taj was built in 73. So that time there was a priest. He knows me, he used to come to school because he was a priest. And that school also was run by Christians. So he knew me. Then he saw that I am interested in this astrology. So he thought that to tell Taj, there is a man who can really help you to be a guest for consultation. So he decided, he came to my house, came to me in the college, in the school. And, are you interested to work in Taj? I said, but I have got a job here now. No, they'll pay you more than 1,000 rupees. That time my salary was about 200 rupees. So I was highly excited. I told my wife, no, I'm getting a job in Taj, I'm going there. 74. So my wife says, if you're getting 1,000, not bad, but we have to think of it. So next morning, this priest came to my house, met my wife, and told her that we have decided to take him. I have told this management of Taj. Then she said, there are some conditions. What are the conditions? He has to wear a dhoti, he has to wear a mala, he has to put a gandha, all that pundarik, like a saintly Pandit character. Wife says, I don't agree with this. Because he is a school teacher. He was never a Pandit. He's a common man, simple man, teaching man. So how do you expect him to be a Pandit? Want to pretend that he should be Pandit? Wife says, no, I don't agree with this. We don't want your job. She straightway told him. Then he went away. But when I came back from the market, he told me the priest had come. And I told him, you cannot join. I refused it. I got angry with my wife. I said, what the hell you did? I am losing so much money. Our condition is not so good financially. She said, don't sell yourself. She was telling me. Then she says, I said, see, I lost a job, wonderful, this thing, that thing. She said, these people will come to call you after some years. They will come to your house. They will request you to come into the as you are. And this happened in 1989. So they came to MD came to my house. He requested me, will you come down and work for a Taj? I was a guest of the people. You are retired now from school. Will you come? My wife said, see, I was telling you they will come, no? They have come after so many years. So in this way, I came to Taj. One lady from America met me at home because she got the information from the taxi drivers. So I consulted with her and she gave my information to the MD. Before that, seen somewhere 88. She met him accidentally because they're traveling together from Bombay to New York. That time she gave my information to him. And then he was waiting for my retirement. It just happened. Then I came. So since the last 28 years, I'm with Taj now.